Hey guys, it's Liv here, and in today's video we're going to be taking on QtheCostaRican in a Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today's team is built around Roaring Moon, and if you guys enjoy the content you see here, leave a like below and subscribe. I got a couple comments yesterday asking for the team to be in-game for anyone, so I'm going to be leaving a rental code down below. This will be up for 5 days as of this video being live, and every 5 days I'm just going to cycle through which rental code I take down, but it will be live literally as of the end of this video. But with that said, comment your thoughts in the game down below and let me know what you want to see next. And with that said, let's start off with the team. First up, we are building today around Roaring Moon. Now, Roaring Moon, we do have a Dragon Dance, Outrage, Crunch, and Earthquake set. This is basically designed to be 2v2 attack, 2v2 speed, just to help outpace other Roaring Moons, to be honest, with Dragon Dance being its primary way of sweeping. As for the Terrestrial type, I personally went with Terrestrial Dark here, but you could totally make Terrestrial Dragon work. The biggest reason being is because we are actually going for a Dragmag team today, as I hinted at yesterday, with the next mon being Dragapult. Now, Dragapult is Terrestrial Ghost, and I figured that realistically, one of these two could definitely end up terrestrializing and take a game really quickly under its wing. With Dragapult being a choice spec set. This has Draco Meteor, Shadow Ball, U-Turn, and Fire Blast. It's really just designed to be as fast as possible to try and outpace other Pult, because Pult is such a good mon right now. It's great at outpacing stuff like Fluttermane, so I think that you may as well run stuff like Max Speed Pult. Why not? We have up next Magnezone with the Magnet Pull ability with choice specs, with Thunderbolt, Flash Cannon, Terrestrial Fire, or Terra Blast Fire, and then Volt Switch. This is meant to be a specs Magnezone. With Dragon Spam especially, one of the best things you could do is run Magnezone, considering the core literally goes by Dragmag for that reason actually, because Magnezone is not only a great fairy killer for dragons, but it's also great at trapping Pokemon like Corviknight, and also Scizor if we find it, which is specifically why we have Terrestrial Fire here. But Magnezone with the choice specs doesn't need a lot of coverage anyway, so Terrestrial Fire works pretty well. It's also pretty decent for stuff like Bisharp matchups, and again, it's a good compromise to run that since it's super effective against basically any steel that you wouldn't just go for Thunderbolt on. But in theory, this should be able to beat any steel types for stuff like Pokemon such as Corviknight, for stuff like Roaring Moon and Dragapult, so then they have a significant time easier breaking against my opponent. We have Slowking up next with the Assault Vest with Future Sight, Surf, Psychic, and Flamethrower. Now, I'll be honest, this was intended to be Galar Slowking, but the people I was working with, we originally thought Galar Slowking was in the game. We realized that it's not. So we really quickly reshaped this into just a regular Slowking, and we took off Sludge Bomb for Psychic, and then we took off Surf, Scald for Surf, because Scald was still technically on that, but that was only because Scald wasn't cut from Galar Slowking just yet. It probably will be once we get Galar Slowking in the game though, so it'll be very unfortunate. But even still, Surf is still a pretty decent stab on this Pokemon. This is just meant to be a really good special sponge to a lot of different threats, and the typing alone with regen is really good defensively speaking. Next up, we do have Great Tusk, our Rapid Spinner on this team, with Rapid Spin, Knockoff, Headlong Rush, and Close Combat. Headlong Rush got distributed to a lot more Pokemon than just Ursaluna this gen, and for anyone who this might be their first time seeing a Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle, basically, it's Ground type Close Combat. This Pokemon has 131 attack and 131 Phys Def, so it's a really good physical tank, and it's going to be able to push past a ton of Pokemon. I've been laddering this Pokemon so much in the ladder, and it is such an amazing breaker for teams. And the spin with Rapid Spin, well, the speed with Rapid Spin is amazing too. This Pokemon is basically designed to just be a really good spinner and able to sweep teams really quickly. I went with Leftovers. You could totally just swap this out for Booster Energy though if you're looking to use this team yourself, and it would have the same effect pretty much. Just Booster Energy only works the first time you're using it outside of Sun, so that's why I opt for Leftovers. Final mon of the team though, we have Chien Pao with Heavy Duty Boots. This is a sweeper on the team, and I have Ice Spinner, Sucker Punch, Sword Stance, and Sacred Sword. I was running Crunch for a while, but I realized that at +2, Sucker Punch just forces out Fluttermane, and I was losing a lot of speed ties to that Pokemon before, so very, very last second, like minutes before I did my battle with Q, I move relearned Sucker Punch on this Pokemon, and yeah, I think it'll have good results. Hopefully I get to show it off against Fluttermane. But with that said, hopefully you guys enjoy the battle. Enjoyed the builder, and with that said, let's get right into the battle. Peace out, guys. Hey guys, it's Liv here, and we're taking on my good pal QtheCostaRican today in a very fun Wi-Fi battle. My good pal Q has brought yet again the Iron Bundler, just like yesterday. For some reason, that mon cannot escape us, but we're fighting a Sand team. That's going to be terrifying. We're bringing Dragmag, as you guys saw from the builder, or if you didn't see from the builder and you skipped ahead, that's fine. We're bringing Dragmag, builder on Roaring Moon and Pult. I figured, gotta bring Pult to the Q game, because Q's, for anyone who doesn't know, QtheCostaRican, the guy we're battling today, he's a huge Dragapult fan. And by the way, if you enjoy the battle, make sure to check out Q as well. Q's a great guy. He's gonna be doing a ton of Wi-Fi this gen. But with that said, as far as my lead goes, I think I'm actually going to lead off. Well, no, I was going to say I was going to lead off with Pult. Actually, I think it is still my best lead because I can always pivot out with Pult. The win con is definitely going to be Roaring Moon for sure. We're actually a DD3 attack set with Outrage, Earthquake, and Crunch. So that's definitely going to be our win con, though I might end up going for win con Qian Pao instead, because it does look pretty good against Q's team, I'm not going to lie. But I'm kind of hoping for Roaring Moon because I do have a Qian Pao team I'm recording with in a couple hours, so I'd really like for it to be Roaring Moon, I'll be honest. Regardless, though, good luck, have fun with Q. We're going to be hoping to win the game with Roaring Moon because I also put that mod in my training card, so I'd really like for it to be Roaring Moon. My opponent leads off with Iron Bundler, that's fine. If they're not Scarf or Boost Energy, we should be pretty set here. If they are, it's a little bit annoying, I can't lie. It does not look like either consumed, so we're going to use her in here. If they are Scarfed, so be it. It's good information at least to get, and if nothing else, this is pretty revealing that they are Boots most likely, if not Focus Sash. We're going to go, this is why I really hate this mon, we're going to have to go into Mag. But the thing is though, is if this thing predicts and goes for Pump, or in kind of a bad spot. My guess is Boots, which is fine. I really wish I went into Slowking there. That did way too much damage for a not super effective hit, or for a not very effective hit. I don't know, I need this mon around for, I definitely need this mon around still for the Corviknight. So I do need to switch. We're going to go here into, we're going to go into Slowking here, I think. And then from there, I'm going to Flamethrower. Well, no, I'm not going to Flamethrower. No, he withdraws. Oh, thank God. He's going on Hippo, right? So this is going to seem like a really big prediction of something else to Q. This was just so that way then I didn't have to lose my Magnezone because I would have lost it if Q went for Pump there. But if nothing else, this leads me to believe actually that Q might be Specs. The reason being is that Q did almost half with the Resisted Ice Beam, and I know that to be fair, we're offensive mag, and that Q is definitely, at the very least, a pretty strong special attacker. But I'm still going to go off of that theory solely for the fact that Q had no reason to switch there, considering the fact that he could have actually just went for the KO. Let's see. So I'm definitely going to go for, I think I'm just going to go for a Future Sight here. I think that this should be pretty good long-term if nothing else, and Q is definitely not staying in here. He's going to instead bring in Iron Bundle. Okay, so this is fine. We're going to see then, because again, Q definitely made sure to switch this out before bringing it back in. And I mean, to be fair, yeah, he could have just stayed in and clicked Pump. He could have stayed in and clicked Freeze Dry and predicting the Slowking to come in. He could have done a lot of things there. But I think the fact that he swapped this back in is really telling this is choice. We're going to, regardless, go for a Psychic here. I definitely don't really have a reason to switch out as of yet until I really do confirm the damage. This doesn't really seem like great damage, I'll be honest. Maybe this isn't choiced. Maybe Q just tried to predict. Regardless, though, I'm definitely going to bring in, what do I want to bring in? I think I'm going to bring back in Magnezone. I know I was talking about earlier how I wanted this for Corv, and I really do want it for Corv, but I can't, actually, I could go into Qian Pao, actually. If my opponent's definitely going for a, I mean, do I need Slowking? I guess is the next question. And I feel like the answer is yes. I definitely want Slowking around, actually. This is a great special switch into a lot of things. And Q might switch out, or he might just let this go down. Regardless, I can definitely just go for a Sucker Punch to pick this off next turn, and I'll be pretty fine. I don't really need to set up yet. And Qian Pao, while it's not bad against this team, it's definitely not some sort of win con here. Well, at least not the win con I'm focusing on here. But Q will be taking Sand Chip, and this should take out Iron Bundle. Yep, okay, beautiful. So Iron Bundle's gone. Huge threat to my team offensively speaking. This was kind of a nightmare to prep around in my opinion. Or at the very least to play around. Because even my Slowking, as we saw, took half, and that's my Ice Check. So, not looking great so far as Q's team goes, to say the least, because I do think that was like his most essential piece personally, if I had to pick one. But maybe Q has other plans, to be fair. There's a lot of other things in Q's team that could be annoying. For example, the Glamora could be pretty annoying as far as hazard stacking me goes, but I'm not overly worried about Glamora. I think I can get enough damage off with Roaring Moon and Pult to where I'm not too concerned about this mon. Corviknight does come in here. Okay, this is easy enough. I think truthfully, I'm gonna go for a Ice Spinner here, solely for the fact that this should be pretty decent damage if nothing else. Q's definitely gonna stay in here. My guess is he will click U-turn trying to predict the Magnezone coming in, which is fine. I don't mind losing this mon to U-turn truthfully. Body Press, okay. So this is also fine actually, because I can go into my Magnezone here, and I can go for a Terrestrial Fire. And, well, actually not. Yeah, I'm going to go for, I don't even need Terrestrial Fire, because Corviknight's a steal. If Scizor was here, I would have done it, but I could instead save the Terrestrial for my Roaring Moon, and I think it'll be more beneficial. So we're going to go for a Thunderbolt here. If Q is faster and creeps, like, modest mag, good on Q. He's running a really fast Corviknight. I don't think that Q will do that, though. He's most likely going to have to go with Shed Tail to actually have outpaced this, which again, he's not, not Shed Tail, Shed Shell, which again, he's not. He's Rocky Helmet. We've seen that from damage. So Q's going to have to let go of his Corviknight, which will be amazing for my Roaring Moon, especially seeing that he is Helmet Corviknight. Hippowdon will still be annoying for it. I can let Mag go after this though, truthfully, which I won't do against the Hippowdon, because I could actually still fire off Specs Flash Cannons pretty free. But at the very least though, I do have a free sack later on, which might come into play. As far as my next switching goes, because Q is definitely bringing in Hippowdon here, though. I'm pretty certain Q would not just try and scout for choice Magnezone. It feels like a pretty good bring against his team in general. And when he does, oh, he's going to go into Houndstorm, actually. Okay, so this is terrifying, but for different reasons. With Houndstorm coming in, I am actually going to just sack this. Q, thankfully, this Mon could be really annoying, actually, because this means I do need to get a Dragon Dance up against Q's team to actually outpace a lot of things. So Last Respects is going to go off. This Mon is going to be absolutely terrifying. This should be, I want to say this is like 68 base speed. I do actually need to check this because I cannot fuck up this turn. Well, to be fair, I could definitely go into Roaring Moon here for sure. I just need to make sure I know how to play this. So we're going to, if only Damage Calc was updated. Okay. So let's see. So Houndstone. So this is base 68. Okay, we're gonna go into Ments here for sure. I just wanted to stall a bit of time so I can take the time to damage calc. So let's see. So Sand Rush, we're going to double check this with a timid set. Well, really just a plus speed set. So it should hit 516. So with 119 speed, we are definitely a jolly nature for sure. We do outpace. Okay, so I just need to get up a Dragon Dance. We didn't see an item pop. I'm going to assume that this is not. This is a choice set, and that Q is going to switch here, which I'm fine with doing. I'm fine with forcing Q to switch. If Q is not a choice set, I might just lose the game, I'll be honest. But thankfully, he is switching, which is great, because even if Q would basically need to be a Scarfed set to not outpace, which is perfectly fine by me. Let me see. So I do need to double check this as well. This Pokemon, I just need to make sure it doesn't get a fairy move or some really good way to attack me in general. Oh my god, I have the showdown window open again. I'm so sorry. I did this during one of my Sword and Shield Wi-Fi battles recently. Okay. So let me double check that the Glimora does not get a fairy move. It gets Dazzling Gleam. Okay. So we're definitely going to Terrestrial then. And I'm definitely going to go for Earthquake as well. Terrestrial solely in case if this thing is Focus Sash, which is pretty likely. And I just want to make sure that it can't 4 times Dazzling Gleam me. If this thing KOs me, I'm in a little bit of a pickle, but I don't really think I'm going to get another setup opportunity again this game, so I kind of just need to take it on the chin. Let's see. So it should not KO me. Dazzling Gleam, we should take a hit. And Q is Focus Sash, which is fine. I don't mind this entirely. So we're going to basically, we should take around, I want to say around like 74% max. Q is modest, so we might take up to 80. Which should still, Q's Sludge Wave anyway, which is good for us actually. Okay, so we're gonna go for another Earthquake here. This should be some really good damage on Glimora if nothing else, and we should be able to take this Mana out thankfully. And then from here, I can go for, let's see. I'm curious how much we do to Hippowdon. So Hippowdon, because Hippowdon's definitely the Mon's coming in next. Which, if nothing else, if we can keep this Mon around, we should be pretty good against. Let's see. So with Crunch, I hate how much I have to adjust damage calcs. Someone please make a Terrestrial damage calculator. I beg you. Let's see. So we are Life Orb Ments. And then we also have a +1 on top of that. We don't KO. We don't even come close to KOing, actually. Q brings in Flutter Mane, though. So this is Boost Energy for sure, then. Or it's Scarfed. We're going to go for a Crunch. Just because, again, I can't really let this thing just get damage off, and I kind of need to scout for that. Okay. So, unfortunate, but Roaring Moon does go down here. I would say, like, I could have definitely swapped out, but I was too low in health, and I couldn't really afford to not. So, we're going to go bring in Slowking, though. And I'm going to go for a Future Sight at this point. because Q's last Pokemon are Houndstone and the Fluttermane and the Hippowdon. I kind of just need to get some damage off. Fluttermane as a Scarfer, though, will be truthfully very annoying to play against. I'm really not looking forward to a Scarf Fluttermane. This Mon needs to get banned so fucking quickly. Q's going for a Moonblast. That's fine. I can get off a Psychic next turn. If nothing else, this will be good damage. Truthfully, if I could take this Mon out, actually, this would be amazing for me, actually. But I don't think I will be able to, which is so annoying. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for a Psychic here. Q might truthfully just beat us with Fluttermane. So yet again, oh, this Mon is so annoying. I'm really looking forward to when OU bans this thing. We probably got another like week or so, sadly, but this Mon. Okay, well, Q's definitely gonna Moonblast us. No, he's gonna switch actually. Is he gonna sack Hippo? He should sack Hippo. Yeah, Q's sacking Hippo. Okay, so he's just gonna win with Houndstone. Very unfortunate at the very least. I have no out to that actually. Q won the game officially doing this. But again, even if I didn't do this, let's say, Q's gonna take a Future Sight as well this turn, and if Q would basically need to have no way to touch my Ments, and even still, I still have to worry about T-Spikes, which is a whole issue in itself. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go into Hippowdon, into Great Tusk. And I'm going to go for a Rapid Spin. And I'm just going to really hope that Q... Well, no. I can't even really go for a Rapid Spin. Well, no. So I'm going to go for a Rapid Spin solely to clear hazards for pull, I'll be honest. And also maybe hoping this doesn't KO. It didn't KO. Oh my god. Okay. So now I need to make kind of a ballsy play, to say the least. Q is definitely going to Earthquake. That's fine. Free damage for Q, of course. I'm going to go for a knockoff here. And this is solely, at least, I understand. The game is definitively lost at this point, because I know for a fact that Q kills me with Fluttermane. Definitively, I know that. So I'm going to go for knockoff, and I'm going to try and take out the Houndstone that I'm predicting coming in. If Q stays in... Okay, so Q stayed in, so I lost because I didn't click Rapid Spin. A little bit of an unfortunate situation. I did think that, to be fair, that Q would probably have went for the... I've really thought that Q was going to try and predict around that, because if I did get the Rapid Spin off, Q might have actually lost the game. Especially if he's modest Fluttermane, he would have actually lost the game right there. So I'm really annoyed that I didn't click Rapid Spin then. Maybe this is Q just underestimating how fast this Pokemon is, or maybe that I'm jolly. Could be a legitimate reason, to be fair. I wouldn't knock Q for that. Last Respects is going to go off, though. Really wish I had clicked the Rapid Spin. God damn it. Okay, unfortunate. It's definitely on me, though. I could have definitely made the play and tried to gamble a Rapid Spin. One of those 50-50s, in all honesty. Really just unfortunate circumstance. But again, I don't, I don't know. I still stand by the play, in all honesty, because I really thought that Q would have made that swap, predicting around Rapid Spin. But again, Q might have just not thought that I was fast, because to be fair, this mod is incredibly bulky. It definitely could get away with a really just bulky set. And maybe Q just thought I was trying to clear hazards, which... pretty fair. Regardless, though, very fun match to Q. Make sure to check him out. Q's a great battler and a great guy overall. I'm sure if you enjoyed my content, you'll enjoy Q's as well. If you guys enjoyed the video and you want to see more content like this, leave a like below and subscribe. Tomorrow, we're going to be using a Qian Pao team, so I'm hoping you guys look forward to that. With that said, shout out to our channel members, of course, being Josh K Ultra Player, Mia, and Zeke0. Your guys' support is greatly appreciated. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace out, guys.